sometimes it takes some time to know what you really want to do, in life or in anything. Some people find their way, early on. Some people know what they want to do, but just never seem to accomplish their goals. And, that's something that I have thought often. Like, how is it that some people just really know what they want to do and they go for it, and there's other people who they do have passions, but just never get around to doing any of them, whether it's financial reasons or personal reasons or just knowing where to start. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, because a lot of times we don't take the time to really document what we do. Like you would hear back in the day, people writing journals and diaries of their journeys, which makes sense. You want to document the experiences you have so that you can share those with other people. Your voyages, things seem more exciting. And of course, whenever somebody documents their own journeys and things, they make it sound nicer, make it sound more adventurous, make it sound more poetic, just to kind of make it seem like it's more than it really was. Whether it's surviving some thunderstorm at sea, and it was a storm, but it wasn't as big as they said it was. But it kind of got me thinking. That's the point of this channel, is to just document things. I don't expect that my life journey is going to be any more exciting than anybody else's, but for yourself, you document things for yourself so that in the future you can kind of go back and analyze what you were going through at a certain time, and just to kind of like take a snapshot of that moment in time. Like, I remember speaking with some of my friends and saying, hey, do these years from like 2006 to 2012 were a blur. I don't remember what I did at all during those times, like, because it all seemed like a blur. Some moments in our lives are just, we don't really remember what we did because there wasn't something that stands out. Like, there's certain years in your life that you probably go, oh yeah, I remember this year because this is the year I got a new job, or this is the year I met this person, or this is the year I had this accident. So you kind of base your memories on those big moments, those nexus moments of your life. But then there's other points in time where it was just your regular going to work every day, same job, nothing special really happened and things like that. So some years just become a blur. Of course, you kind of like, recently we had 2020, we had the COVID era. A lot of those moments were a blur. Like, I know that during that time, we were locked in our, apartments or whatever. You were working from home if you were fortunate. But one day blended into the next day because there was no change in the routine or anything like that. And so that kind of got me thinking, like, hey, I wanted to do it today because today was a special day to me today. So I decided, hey, let me just get started. Let me start just doing this video where I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I'm basically freestyling this. So I have no clue what this channel is even about. All I know that it's going to be based on my experiences, hence the name LRGXP. So just document my experiences. It can be, anything. I do have other channels where I do specific things, so I'll probably start incorporating those into this channel, or like in terms of like, I'll talk about something, but then I'll be more in depth in my other channel, just because they might be dedicated videos for those. But this one is more like of an overview of my experiences. I do plan on doing a lot more, because one of the things that I think areas of improvement, that you can call it, is that a lot of times I'm a very introverted person. I really don't like being in large groups. I can do it. I can definitely speak to a large group. I can be in social events, but it's just not my preference. But recently I've been trying to get a little bit out of my comfort zone, as I feel a lot of people should do eventually. Sometimes we're just so comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with it. If you enjoy being comfortable in what you're doing and not expanding, that's your choice. I'm not here to say that that's wrong or good or bad, but something I want to do is be able to expand, do more volunteer work, do more networking, just because in recent events I've kind of been forced to do those things a little bit more. So I want to continue practicing those skills, because I still feel that I need to learn how to expand and grow, and because one of the things I really do enjoy is helping people. And by helping doesn't mean like I do the work for them, but to show people ways they can improve in different areas. And as we go in this channel, you'll probably start putting pieces together as to what I do. But so I don't have to say every single detail now. But so that's basically what this video is. I had really no idea of what I was going to say. I just decided to come to this place in my city that I really enjoy. I'll probably do a point of view video in a little bit at the end, just so you can kind of see some of the sights. So I'm currently in Milwaukee. So I'm here by the lakefront, and it's a nice little place that I always enjoy coming, or walking. A lot of people walk and ride the bicycles and things like that. I like this little area here. You get a nice view of the lake. But yeah, so that's basically what this video is. It's just a small intro. Say small or short, but it's probably already at like 15-20 minutes already, probably. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video. It's not something that is really going to be for everyone. This is mostly for me to look back. I'm already gray, but when I'm older and grayer, I can go back and review this video to see if I was able to succeed in my goals or not. That is, of course, if YouTube still exists when I'm old, or even if I make it to old age. But that's something we cannot predict. So all we can do is continue our lives, make sure that we appreciate everybody who is in our lives, and make sure we share those experiences with the people that you love. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have no outro, so I'll probably just transition into a couple shots, couple views. If you happen to watch this video, go ahead and let me know, your experiences. I don't know, what that even means. You figure it out. But I doubt people will watch this far into the video. But all right, so everybody take care, and I'll see you on the next video.